I got that
Yes,
right?
it is
Yeah.
August 10th.
Scared me for a
Wow.
second.
August 10th.
All right, let's start with big stuff here. Goat's Day Out
What?
Oh.
from Think Fun.
Oh my gosh.
This
that is
the
such an accurate picture
brainy
of goats.
Yeah, I heard that goats are like the worst.
That's why you rent them. You don't buy them.
Wait,
What?
were you the person telling us a story about someone who rented a goat? and
Yes.
ate
Yeah,
everything?
you- yeah.
Yes. Okay, we drove for a lot of hours, folks,
Got lots
to
of
get to
stories.
Gen Con. Many things were said. Many of them involved goats.
Didn't know there was a goat conversation.
Let's move on.
See what you're
No
missing?
regret.
I missed the van.
Anyway, there's a
Pretty sad.
jailbreak in a local petting zoo, and hungry goats are running downtown. So
That's
you
a
need
sheep.
to. What goat will eat the most? Will their appetites ever be satisfied?
No.
Will the chaos never end?
No, well,
No.
It's an 8+ game. I don't know much more about it.
But you don't really need to, though. There's goats rampaging.
Got it. Here's a
love
more
it.
interesting game, I think, from Think Fun called Meat
not
Mahjong.
possible.
Meat?
Meat,
Mahjong?
like,
Oh, okay, good.
No,
Oof,
okay.
that's a lot better.
That would be really
I definitely
fun.
thought it was going to be like a Lady Gaga
No,
dance.
this is a like learn to play.
Oh,
Wait, what's that bridge game that they made?
A bridge.
bridge.
A bridge? Oh, that was not very good, actually. That bombed like
Yeah, it
all
did
get
bomb
out.
quite badly, but yeah, it was the idea was the same as this: learn to play bridge well, and I guess this is learn to play mahjong well.
Actually, there's not a lot of things out there like this. Mahjong sets exist all over the place.
Sure.
Right.
But there's not a lot of people in America who know anything about the game other than it shows up in movies
Yeah,
occasionally.
no,
Right,
Joey doesn't
yeah,
know
yeah.
a thing about it.
I don't. And the thing that came up, I don't know when recently, I'm like, I want to learn it. It's one of those that I always see in
Well,
movies.
they heard you.
And they're very serious. Yes,
this is
thank
for
you.
you.
I think you
Thank
need
you.
to wait on Meet Mahjong Junior, Joey.
I would
What
do
is
that.
the difference?
Pocket size.
What's the difference between Chinese and American mahjong?
I don't even know how to play Mahjong, so I would not know.
It's the. I don't know.
I think
don't
there's
know.
different. There's just different
I have no idea.
sets. You score different sets. Chinese mahjong, I'm assuming, is much more complicated, more sets. You probably go to the right instead of the left.
So like dumb it down, water it down, we'll say, for us.
For
I'm
Americans.
assuming here.
There's probably
checks out.
food in the American one.
That checks out.
All right. Mighty Boards is a game come out called Art Society.
Ooh.
That's nice.
Interesting.
That
I
looks
like
cool,
that.
but
that.
I am so wary of Mighty Board games.
Is that
They're
a
often
banana?
overly complicated.
I would take a banana right
That's
now.
for scale.
Look at that.
Oh.
It's the lady with the funky earring. It's a ferret petting lady. It's
The picture in the top right is the Japanese wave one. I
The
like
wave,
I like that
yes.
picture
Oh,
a
these
lot.
are real pictures?
some of them are like inspired by.
I think that girl with the earring is definitely different than the
Yeah,
actual
no,
painting.
they're all different. Yeah, the wave is also different.
Interesting.
Banana's different.
Why are you nervous about Mighty Boards?
I don't like most of their games. They're very mechanical, very, very dry and mathy.
Oh,
Okay.
lost me at math.
Like art.
Well, let me just pull up a Mighty Boards.
Go ahead, look it up.
Mighty Boards has done in the past, and a lot of people like them. Mike likes Mighty Boards. Excavation Earth, which I did not particularly care for. Oh, I did like Petrichor. That was a good one.
No, Mike likes Vengeance a lot.
Mike liked Vengeance. Hamlet. You guys played Hamlet, not me.
Post-Human is theirs.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know. And
interesting.
I might be wrong.
Okay.
Maybe this will be absolutely fantastic.
I like that cover. A lot to unpack.
I'll try it. I'll
That
try
is
it.
nice.
Okay, good, good.
Oh, that's very big of you.
You convinced me.
Pete
All
Shire
right.
says he's still full from the deli.
What's
Tom.
up, Pete?
Yeah, I get that.
Jerk.
The Academy. Mike says Mike's headline is Amigo contributes to the trick-taking renaissance.
Oh. Is
Okay.
that Mike's or is that Corey's? I thought Corey did those.
Well, maybe. I don't know. Between the two of them, they're trying to make trick-taking renaissance happen. It's not happening.
Please no.
I did not see people all over Gen Con playing trick-taking games. It was not happening.
That's a good point.
People play them, but it's not like a renaissance. It's a very different thing. Anyway, this is a 3 to 4 player, and you'll have different roles each round. There's 8 different roles, I guess. There's mastermind, captain, team player, rebel, etc.
Just like Citadels meets trick-taking, it sounds like.
Sounds fun.
Mike's
And
bring
that
up
cover
Shapiro's.
is absolutely terrible. I don't like it at all.
Shapiro's was good, Mike. Thank you.
I don't know that I like Amigo's big red stripe on the bottom of their things with the big number at the top. I feel like they plaster too much stuff on their games.
They're also small normally, so
They are,
mean, it
which
does
makes
that
it
big
worse.
red band is not that big, you know.
And if they all go together and it kind of gives them a look, it's fine, but... Oh,
All right, well, the next one from Amigo is Kabanga.
That's fun to say.
Kabanga.
3 to 6 players are trying to ditch cards without collecting penalties from other players.
Is it a trick-taking game?
You're putting cards
Renaissance going on.
You're placing a card next to a matching row card in the middle with as small of a difference as possible.
Okay.
Because if you leave a large number gap, another player will call Kabanga,
And they slide in between
and they'll throw
them.
a card with values in between them.
Done.
And
Yep.
then the player has to draw that many cards from the penalty pile.
Ouch. Okay, so it kind of sounds like 6 nimmt and things like that.
6 nipped with Uno a bit. But
Yeah, Uno nimmt. 6 Unos.
The next game from Amigo is
Wow.
there's 3.
There's a 3
There's a 3, but thank you. Couldn't
Is that
pronounce
just a little? Oh, that's meant to look like a zebra. I thought I was trying to spell something like WNA above
It's,
the
wait,
3E.
what?
It's like zebra hair.
Yeah, I
Excuse
see
me.
that now. I thought I was trying to spell something.
It's a spin on a card game called Golf,
Oh, God.
where you're
Golf.
ditching
Another
cards to lower your score.
Lordy.
Why is the zebra green?
I did
It's
play golf.
Cabo. Cabo is based on golf.
I think that might be a slight optical illusion. I know that black and white, when close together, can create a greenish look.
What?
It's funny. I see gold.
And why's the
and
other one
gray.
look blue?
That joke is out of
it's
date.
painted
Out of
green.
date here.
Thank
know,
you.
it
But
stinks.
why?
And
We're
that
still
one's
on-
purple. The last one's purple also.
We're still in Amigo.
See that violet?
I do
Slight
a
violet.
little bit.
There's a lot of Amigo news.
Zauber's
So far,
word.
I like-
Zauber's word. This is.
So far, I want the goat game.
Oh, I want this one.
This looks a little like a card game version of Magic Mountain.
Yeah.
So
With dwarves or
cool.
elves.
This can be played at different levels of difficulty and can be played competitively in addition to cooperatively.
I'm all about that.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Magic Mountain was fun though because it had things that rolled
Marbles?
down.
Yeah.
You take the marbles out, is the game still fun?
No.
You can still throw marbles at this.
You
What?
could.
I'm sure you could.
All right, Mind Bug, the Richard Garfield game, is being brought to us by Ghost Galaxy. So it was kickstarted and kickstarted again, and now Ghost Galaxy, who is the new Christian Peterson company, and did Keyforge, now has Mind Bug.
They actually had these at Gen Con.
Did they?
This set,
Oh.
Yeah.
should have got one.
Well, you messed
Shut
up.
up.
Well, you didn't get one.
No. I didn't. I would have had to go over there and buy one.
I
didn't.
too did not get one.
I am Mind Bug.
Yeah,
You
it
like
was-
this game a lot, don't you, Tom?
I think
Tom
it's very
likes it a lot.
good.
I like it a lot. They had them over there. I was certainly tempted. I just didn't pick one up. I didn't buy one. But
It's like Magic the Gathering in 18 cards.
yeah.
Oh.
It's a nice little box now. It's about that big.
I like the art.
The art's fun. There's a promo for this one, too.
We have 2 promos, if I'm not mistaken,
We have
don't
2
we?
good promos for it.
Yes,
I
we
don't know.
do.
All right, this next one has a beautiful box cover from Pegasus. Yes, Pegasus makes other games. Havilandi, this is a roll and move game. There's a hot air balloon at the top, and you roll the die and move it that many spaces clockwise around the triangle. Then place a totem of your color on any empty hex in one of the lines that comes from that balloon's space.
Oh, interesting. What?
Wait, what?
This looks like a game from 1990,
Roll and
though, doesn't it?
move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you roll and move,
Yeah.
and then wherever you ended up in that line that emanates from your piece, you drop off a piece.
A token, yeah.
It's very Kingdom Builder.
But you can also put a token next to one of your tokens as long as it's in the same region. So you can branch out too.
It's very Kingdom Builder with a roll and move mechanism.
I like the cover and everything.
like
I'm just,
the cover
I'm just
a
worried
lot.
that game looks
Yeah.
like an old game.
I'm all about old games.
Who's a designer?
You know, I don't necessarily mind it having that old feel if it's still done well. Like, there's something kind of nostalgic about that,
Yeah.
having the games like that feel old but done well.
Oh, it's Reiner Knizia. All right.
It is?
Yeah.
So I
that's-
guarantee you it's good then, okay?
Oh, that's why Mike was asking.
Hey, Mike.
Mike, who's the designer, Tom?
Oh, was he saying that?
Okay, was.
I couldn't read it on the box. It wasn't in the type, so it must not have been important.
He
It
should
definitely
use
sounds like a Knizia game.
he should use caps
It
next
looks
time.
like a Knizia game, too.
All right.
All right, cool. That
Is
might
good
be
news
good.
coming?
Interesting.
Yes. Hang on.
Huh?
War of the Ring, the card game. We had this announced in our mega announcement
yes.
thread in the Summer Spectacular. There's the cover for it. Looks very cool.
That looks good.
I would like to enter the Lord of the Rings universe just to see all the cool statues. I think they're neat.
But you might die, though.
I would be surrounded by dwarves at all times.
Who hate you.
Yeah, I
Like,
know.
they're like, look at this weird tall freak. Let us end him.
Dwarves don't do that.
They don't?
don't know.
Maybe you
Pretty sure
find a
they're
band
angry
of
fellas.
hateful dwarves.
I'm pretty sure.
All right, moving on. Marrakesh has an expansion coming. Which box is it for? Is it for the big giant box or the smaller box? I don't know.
Marrakesh. I don't think I've played Marrakesh.
August 14th.
You have not. No one here has played Marrakesh.
4 days.
It's been sitting on our shelf for ages. But it
Is it
got
a Reiner
more...
Knizia game?
No, it's Feld.
Okay.
Does it have goats? No.
I do like
I think it has
goats.
camels.
Ooh, and I'm back in.
Okay.
All right, Martin Wallace. Now this kind of blew my mind. I forgot that last year Martin Wallace started a publishing company
You did, huh?
called Wallace Design. So Martin Wallace started
cover.
a company a long time ago called War Frog.
Tree Frog?
No, War Frog was
Frog.
first.
And then Tree Frog, right.
But then he made some games that weren't war games, so they changed it to Tree Frog.
yes.
Then there was a whole bunch of stuff with taxes going on, and Martin Wallace was like, running a publishing company, too much work, I'm just going to design.
Yes.
A decade later, he was like, just kidding,
I'm back.
publishing my own games again. I'm not going to hire an artist, though. We're just going to have a cover. Bloodstones. It's not a bad cover.
I like
No.
that cover, actually. It's
Simple.
very minimalistic,
Yeah.
but I
It
like
is,
that
yeah.
cover.
All right, this game is coming at the end of 2023. Hopefully, it's a fantasy war game for 1 to 6 players, which has 6 different races. Each one
that
has
it?
its own powers.
That's not it.
No, we went to Colossus. We're back. We're still on the Bloodstones.
Okay.
Did I skip
Wonder
the other
what's
one?
next.
No, I didn't.
So excited.
Anyway, you can be the Hill Folk or the Dragon Riders. You want to have the most victory points. Arrange your tiles in stacks. Okay, I stopped caring. But we'll see.
You can be hill folk. What's wrong with you? That's great.
No, it is interesting. I'm
The
not
hills
reading all the
are
mechanisms.
Hills are alive with the sound of slashing.
All right, anyway, the next news nobody was expecting because unnecessary. Colossal Cat and
Colossal.
Fox.
Oh my.
So I saw this and looked at it at Gen Con, and it actually is very nice. The cards, though, are literally the same size as the cards from the original game.
Well, they would be. It's standard deck of
I
cards.
want...
Like tarot cards?
Like you want the
Tarot
cards
cards.
to be
I
colossal?
don't. That'd be terrible.
The rest looks good.
Is it just a larger edition?
Yeah.
Or is it-
It's mostly a larger edition, but that board in the middle has new ways to play put in it. Like, for example, you see that way has some like little white spots.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that you can... Something like if you land on one of those spots or you can cross to the other one. I don't know. There's something about that. Or they're connected to each other. Something to that effect.
What about the kitty cat?
That comes in the game.
Oh.
I know that.
Is
it
that
like a
like
first player
that's
marker or something?
I don't know. I just know it comes in the game.
Why don't you have these
I
answers?
need it.
I know it comes in the box.
I need it.
Also, those pieces are really nice, and they no longer look. 2 of them don't look the same as the original game.
They look
nice.
like Azul pieces a little bit.
I like when they come with those little trays too.
Yeah.
They're a little
Some
clear. They're like
organization.
acrylic plastic. Yeah, it's
That's
nice.
cool.
And that box is the size of Ticket to Ride. I just don't
Oh,
know.
wow.
Oh my
That's a
gosh.
lot bigger
Never
than I thought.
mind.
Is it that big?
It is. I saw it.
I thought it was going to like that habitat size up there or
Oh.
something like
Oh
that.
gosh.
Wow,
I thought it was
what?
like Colossal was like a little bigger
Yeah.
at best. Carcassonne on its side.
It has
Ticket
the word
to Ride.
colossal on it.
Well, maybe it would be the size of Western Legends from Colossal Games.
That's what they K.
I don't know how to spell that.
I didn't think it'd be that big. I don't know.
Wow.
All right. In news that excited all of us,
Okay,
or
let's
most
see.
of us, Horrified.
Yes.
buddy.
Yes.
The Greek version of Horrified coming.
Yes.
With Greek monsters.
Oh.
Yes.
This news was
Oh,
officially
Greek.
announced like a couple days ago, but it leaked last week.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought it was Geek Monsters. Never mind.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Alrighty, so lots of cool monsters in here. The Medusa,
Hades?
Chimera, Minotaur.
Siren.
Yeah, similar to the Mist. Uncovering the layers comes with a cost. You have to discard 3 color items before the layer token can be flipped over to see what monster's hideout you've landed in. So it sounds like there's some small rules changes.
That might be my favorite cover so far.
It's really
called
cool.
the
This
new layers
seems like
mechanic.
a fun version of
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm more interested. It's weird. Like the Americana one, I was just like,
I
it's
was
okay.
fine on.
But this one, I'm more interested in these monsters.
I still like the original, but this one
Have you played Terrified?
Yes, I do love that one. If that
bet you
existed,
would.
that would be my number 1. But that's
It doesn't
Terrified
exist.
is a
You
made-up
played it.
version we have in the Dice Tower library with Freddy Krueger and It and other monsters
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah.
Chucky.
Not
Chucky's
allowed
in
in
there.
real life.
It'll never
Okay, no.
It'll never exist.
All right. Hey, the One Ring card has been bought by Post Malone for $2.6 million.
It's a steal.
That straight up looks like a drug deal.
Actually, it looks like that guy's he's pulling off the Bruce Willis from Die Hard look. It's not too far off.
Yeah, what's he going for? He's wearing an undershirt and he's got his hair really slicked back.
Also, he knew he was going to be filmed.
Oh, what's that behind him?
Right?
Is
It's
that
not like he showed up and was like,
Well, no,
whoops,
I don't think he was.
forgot a
I think
shirt.
this is a behind the scenes. I mean, he went behind. From what I read, he went to a Post Malone concert and they talked behind the scenes. Post Malone's like, "I'll buy your card right now," and he's like, "Done deal."
He brought his card with him to the concert?
I don't know. He did not.
Okay.
But I guess he
it
told
was
me
in
he
a
had the
safe.
card.
It was in a safe drop box.
It was.
Yeah, he did.
He
Really?
did the smart thing. He did the thing I would have done. Is he went found a bank with a safe deposit box, put it in, hired a lawyer immediately.
Wow.
It's a wise
Yeah.
move. Unfortunately for him, he lives in Canada, which means they're taking 40%.
Oh, there's more.
They're taking 40%.
What?
Yeah, man.
What?
Oh,
Why didn't he move first?
oh my goodness.
It's worth it.
I know, right? You're
I've
getting,
always wanted to live in the Cayman Islands.
if you're getting that much money, you can move first, then move back after the deal's done. I'm just saying.
That's
Oh,
kind of
man.
insane,
I
honestly.
said 2.6. I guess it's only 2. Maybe they
No, I thought it
Oh,
was
he got ripped
2.6
off.
was the news. 2.6 is what I heard.
That's crazy.
But I mean, the Canadian government just broke his arm off.
So Canada found the magic card.
Lordy.
Yikes. That,
Yeah, the government's
that
like,
hurts.
thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Publish
Yeah.
more.
Wowza.
Oof.
Alrighty, well, let's start talking about Gen Con news. Speaking of valuable things, a couple of dudes, and here they are. If you know who they are, turn them in.
That
Stole a pallet of cards. We don't.
Meet them in a dark alley.
I don't know what kind of cards. I'm assuming they're magic cards, because they said it was 300,000. That's a pretty small pallet of $300,000 cards.
I
Yeah.
will tell you what, if no one cosplays as these two next year, I'll be disappointed.
I thought it was Lorcana.
That's a
Maybe
bad
I heard
idea.
wrong.
No, Lorcana-
See, I
No,
disagree
so-
on that, because these guys are real
have they
evil
caught 'em yet?
guys. I
Have they
don't,
actually-
I don't think so.
Did
So
I
the
miss it?
Lorcana thing, it was people suspected
That-
it was Lorcana.
Oh.
But
It
then
was magic.
Ravensburger came out and said, "Our product is accounted for, everybody.
Got
It's not
it. Okay.
us."
Also, that's not
never heard.
300,000 of Lorcana. I don't care how much the stuff is
No,
worth.
no, no.
That's-
Yeah, I don't know what's
Okay.
in there, but it's kind of unbelievable. These people showed up with a pallet jack and walked up to a pallet,
That I can't believe
worked it,
the
boom,
guts.
got bounced out of there.
That's a better picture
It's
guy on
all
the
in
right
the
that I've
attitude.
seen, because one I saw he had like sunglasses
These people
on.
are
And
pretty recognizable.
you would
Somebody
think
should know who
from
these
those
people
photos, yeah.
Here's the thing. I was talking to some publishers, and they're saying they think next year it's going to be harder for us to get
That's
in and
the
out of that
thing.
hall. They're going to have much stronger
Makes sense.
security. And
I'm
everything.
all
But I mean-
for it.
Where did they get it from? The back to loading dock?
I guess
Well,
they
that's-
walked up to
Because
some.
the exhibit
Yeah.
hall's pretty
That-
tied down.
That is what's interesting is they don't have exhibitor tags on.
Right.
And they were checking exhibitor
were
tags.
checking it tight,
So I mean,
too.
if they just up security, that's oof.
That's a lapse.
Anyway, these people may not have stolen it. Says they're possibly involved, even though the one guy is definitely pulling a pallet.
Might not have been me.
He would have come forward and said, "Look, guys, it's not me." Oh, I would have. You saw that picture everywhere.
Jeez.
Wow.
All right, let's
Good to know
continue
that we're
on
like
now.
on camera there. I didn't know we were being recorded.
We're going to talk about. Oh, that's going to make Mike sad because that money is not falling on his, but it's falling on my screen. See the money falling?
Oh, it's
What?
beautiful.
Okay. Well, anywho.
Well, that is nice.
We're talking about this now because I don't want to waste our conversation later
Right.
about Lorcana. But we have to talk about Lorcana. It's the
Yep.
biggest thing I've ever seen that was released at Gen Con since I've started going. I've been going for 10 years plus, and it was insane. There was humongous lines. They did not prepare well on Thursday for the first day.
No.
Look, Ravensburger had a booth that was right inside one of the main doors that people went in. And it was a fairly small booth. I would say it was like a 20 by 30.
Pretty tiny, yeah.
Not particularly large. They had another room where you could go and play the game, but to buy the game you had to go in there. So people started lining up. There was no quick lines, and it was chaos the first day.
I will tell you, it's neat to see it when things like this transcend out of gaming. Like my wife is huge on every day. It's Disney blogs, Disney. Our family's Disney. The next day, every Disney blog was talking about mobs at Gen Con. And they made it sound a lot worse than I think it was.
Yeah, I don't think it was as bad, but it wasn't good.
Every one of those Disney blogs were about that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it transcended out of that.
Now, whose fault it is, I don't know.
No.
I don't understand how both Ravensburger and Gen Con did not realize how big this would be. I
Right.
knew it was going to be big.
Yeah.
And
Disney
then no
fans.
way for lines. Then people were cut off. And there was a lot of miscommunication. Some people left very unhappy. But on the flip side, some people left happy because they started selling stuff for gouged prices. On our next slide, you see some eBay stuff here. For some of the prices, look at that promo card, $1,300. Now, those promo cards have dropped down in value tremendously.
So you also don't know that it's sold
$5 for
That's what's
shipping. You don't
listed
give them free shipping?
But I looked up
at the sold.
sold cards, and they were definitely selling for $400 or $500.
Great, that's what I say.
at the
That's what I
beginning.
saw. It was
Good
400
For one card.
Lord.
1,300.
To be fair, the One Ring was $2.6 million.
There was also one ring. There are thousands of
That
these.
is interesting. I wonder if there's thousands if you did the math.
Click Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah, there
If
is.
the
Does he do
actual
stuff too?
is it comparable?
Oh, I
That's
don't
what
know.
I'm saying. Like if you did, that'd be interesting. We need the stats on that.
Well, I don't think it's comparable in the sense that I don't think people. I'm going to talk more about this next week. This is our topic for next week's Smorgasbord. But I do not. I won't be here next week for Smorgasbord. When I come back, I don't like the fact that people go in, grab product, and sell it immediately.
I agree.
Cutting out people who actually just want to play the game.
Well, scalpers
Yes,
are-
capitalistic. I despise scalpers. Someone told me that at one of the booths, at the booth, there was one person putting the listing up on eBay while buying the product.
Well, weren't you saying
Oh.
when Alex was getting it, people were like reaching into her
Into
bag to try to
It
steal
was like
it?
neat. It was creepy.
Right.
But see, even at
I would've
Disney,
kicked
they
their
release popcorn
kneecaps.
buckets and people sell them as they're buying them.
It's
It's
just,
yeah.
It's just
look, I get it, but also it's so gross and predatory. You know what I mean?
Right. I know.
It's incredible. This happened with video game consoles when they came out. The PlayStation
Yes.
and the Xbox were like being scalped left and right. And now here comes a Disney card game. And because it's a little hard to get right now, people feel the need to start slashing tires, and just like buying it up and listing it and trying to make a quick buck before it drops in 3 weeks.
it really
Right,
is just a
and it
terrible
will.
look for like the whole industry. I mean
Ugh.
this whole hobby that we love and enjoy. Like it has turned me off of Lorcana. I have no. I mean I was like, oh cool, okay, I enjoy Disney, CCGs, I'm fine, whatever. I wasn't super excited about it, but now I want nothing to do with it. It's so disgusting to me. It's just like the people have ruined this, and I think give a really bad name and look for the hobby behind it. It's really frustrating.
When does it release fully? Somebody
Like in
asked.
a week or two?
See, that's what's crazy.
Right.
If it was like 6 months ahead,
No,
I
there's
would
still
wouldn't
terrible
see it.
people. No,
Right,
no.
but it's like 2 weeks out.
Right.
I'm not turned off from the game itself. I'm not blaming people. I'm not blaming the game for people's nonsense. The magic, and this happens with other games too. And we'll be reviewing it next week. Actually, we'll talk about the game itself. And we're not selling ours for ludicrous prices.
We got good prices on it.
No.
Free shipping.
So look at this though. Look at this next slide here. So Gen Con set up these stanchions the next day, then on Friday, but I lie. They set them up Thursday, and you could line up Thursday starting
had
at
that.
6 p.m.
6 p.m. The hall didn't open till 10.
So that
AM,
put the stand
that's
up
right.
for 16 hours.
Doesn't make any
People
sense.
slept overnight. No game is worth that.
No.
Oh, and on top of that,
Again,
they
this
were,
is not the game. Nobody's waiting in line that many hours because they're getting, well, maybe not nobody.
I
Okay,
think
I'm
some
sorry, but
people
like
are, yeah.
many other people there are not waiting 16 hours to play Lorcana. They're waiting 16 hours to make a grand or whatever.
You're giving up an entire day of Gen Con. You got a 4-day pass, or maybe some of these people got a 1-day pass.
here's the thing. They also, and many of them did because they would clip your badge.
Yeah.
They buy 4 one-day passes rather than 1 4-day pass so they could go every day.
And then, look here, the next slide, you see the line went all the way down the hall, and the next slide went outside. I was sitting there praying for rain.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any
Why?
sense. I have not seen that photo.
I mean, the one,
That's insane.
The one good thing I'll say, maybe this was better for our discussion later, but the one good thing is the halls, or not the hall, the actual like exhibit hall was really crowded. So at least that was that many more people not trying to go down.
That's fair.
And,
Do you-
like it did take the pressure off a little bit, even though it was still.
Do you
shoulder
think
to
they would
shoulder.
have came if Lorcana had not been released? Do you think that's?
I think some of the people would have.
I mean.
But do you think some of them came for just this?
Yes.
Yes, I think
100%.
anyone that got a one-day
Okay.
badge is coming and in that line knows that they're there just for that. Absolutely, there's no way because they couldn't get through it quick enough
Yeah.
to do anything else.
Huh. That's.
In other news, Ravensburger just made serious bank.
Yes.
And Upper Deck is crying. All right, Gen Con's attendance. They didn't announce exact attendance. They just said
Because of Fire Marshal.
it. Yeah, they said it's over 70,000. The previous record was almost 70,000. This is up 29% from last year, where they had
Lord.
50,000. Did you
It's
not?
almost a third more people.
Did you not
That's
notice?
Oh, I
insane.
felt
I
it.
felt it.
Oh, it was-
it was crazy.
It was.
I remember Thursday morning already. I was like, "What is happening?"
Right.
I
I
remember.
walked over to a booth that was like, I don't know, 2-3 booths away from us. I tried to go over to Elf Creek, and
Yeah.
it took me 4 minutes to walk
Yeah.
15 paces or something.
I did the same
mean,
thing. I was leaving the booth. I said, "Hey, Mike, I'm gonna grab whatever this game was." I got halfway, came back. He goes, "You get it?" I go, "I gave up."
I didn't make
Halfway
it.
through,
Right, yeah.
I couldn't move.
A lot of times, we go to these conventions and you need a break, and it's like, oh, hey, I'm going to go take a 10-minute break, and you leave. I was going to the booth to take breaks because that's the only place that you could breathe and not touch people.
Yeah.
It was
crazy.
so crowded.
Even upstairs, I went upstairs, which is usually like a dead zone. Upstairs was pretty crowded.
Yeah, it was.
I still found it. I sat on a bench at one point, just fell asleep for like 30 minutes.
Oh,
I was so tired.
Yeah, we got a picture.
On the bench? No one saw that.
No one saw that.
Wait, what?
You have a picture
No.
No, the van.
of the van?
Oh, no, I thought you were saying when you were sleeping in the middle of the hall on your phone, you fell asleep on your phone. Sleeping publicly on the bench.
Who took that picture?
You fell asleep in the hall?
Yes.
Wow, it was crowded.
I was upstairs. It was quieter up there.
Oh, got it.
No one should have been around.
Oh, really? Oh, let's talk again about these numbers. Only
Where is this
70,000
picture?
people saw it. Don't worry
Oh,
about
my
it.
Goodness.
Did you see Tom Vassell at Gen Con? I did, but he was sleeping, so I didn't interrupt him.
Mid-scroll on his phone, his thumb was like still twitching.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Let's move on to semi-exciting news. So Renegade Game Studios,
Ooh.
who has a bunch of Hasbro licenses and a bunch of Hasbro games, and they're like, hey, what if we mix them? So
Yes.
we're getting, on the good side of things, we're getting a G.I. Joe Axis and Allies. I'm actually very much looking forward to that.
That finally makes sense.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
On the weird side of things, we're getting a Transformer Robo Rally. I'm less interested in that. Robo Rally, they just move around and like bump into each other. That's
They're
not
programmed. How
That's not
like
Transformers.
Transformers are like the programming's glitching? What's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird because like in their press release, they're like, I cannot think of a more perfect combination. Like, what?
Can't you?
That's press release. Anyway,
I know that Eric Sommer was excited because they were mixing. They were doing like Transformers and not Hello Kitty, My Little Pony, and they were like coming out with like they have deck building games for Transformers and for Hello Kitty
Like a
for
smash-up
My Little
kind of
Pony,
thing?
and they were like packs you could get that would put one in the other one or whatever. He was excited about it. I don't know.
here's
Wow.
the thing.
Don't make me room with that
maybe the
weird guy
Robo
again.
Rally game is different. They're saying that it's based on Robo Rally, and you're moving through a city or you're moving through Velocitron.
Velocitron.
And you
That's a
can
fun
convert
word.
between bot and alt modes to better navigate the many roads, buildings, and obstacles.
Sweet truck.
Like, you could turn into a plane and avoid everything. That's,
I'd be doing
Oh,
that.
interesting.
That is all.
I love Transformers, but I always thought, one guy's like, I'm a jet. The other guy's like, I'm a tape recorder.
I know. And the movies try to
I'm a
make it cool.
moped.
The movie's all like, yes, that's really cool. You can eject tapes. Like, but the other guy's a jet.
That guy's a big gun. Isn't one of the dudes a Vespa or something?
Which one?
Didn't one of the Transformers become a Vespa or something?
Yes.
There's all kinds of
That's so
stuff.
sad,
dear,
dude.
that is.
That's so sad.
That is. That's,
One of them's an attack chopper, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude's a Vespa.
There was a lot of announcements from Direwolf.
Yes, there was.
Yes.
So the most
Good ones.
interesting announcement is this Dune Imperium
gorgeous.
Uprising, which is a great cover. This is a standalone sequel to Dune Imperium in which both of the expansions work. They say as well as most of the cards from the base game. It's hard for me to tell much more, and I didn't ask more questions than we probably should have.
Yeah, we should have.
But we saw the picture of the board. It looked almost identical to the original board, and in fact, this
Right.
feels almost like an updated version
A
of the
2.0
game.
type thing. I know. That's what I'm curious
It
about.
doesn't even look like 2.0. It looks more like 1.5.
Right.
I'm excited about it.
But cautious.
I didn't think the original game needed to be fixed or
Oh,
anything.
so yeah,
No.
I can't think of any glaring problems in it that one needed to be fixed, and two, so soon it still feels like they're expanding the base game. Not time for like an overhaul. That's interesting.
It just seems strange to come up with a game that is very similar, and in fact, you can mix it mostly.
But like if you have the two and you just have one expansion, do you play it in one and then take all those cards out and play the other?
No, buy you expansion for both. That's what
Or
they
you buy
want.
an expansion for both, or do you get rid of your first? This brings up way too many questions.
Yeah.
I do love that cover, though.
That is fantastic.
I do too.
Woof,
I love
that's
the
so
top with the
good.
planets, and yeah, there's a lot
is-
happening in the best way possible.
That is really something.
I need to
want
watch
to see
Dune.
this movie.
They also announced a game based on the Wheel of Time. Unfortunately, not the books, but the TV show.
I will say during this announcement, I really felt left out. Did not know anything about the books, the videos, whatever. Have you guys read the books?
You haven't read The
movies?
Wheel of Time?
I've not.
You got to get on that. It's only like 14 books.
You do not need to read the
love
Wheel of
Oh,
Time.
is it?
I'll one up you. I've never heard of it, so.
Okay.
I like it a lot, but the first book is amazing. The second book is great. Third book's great. Fourth book is great. And then suddenly he couldn't stop describing people. It takes a long dip. Then he died.
No, somebody else tried to finish it?
Brandon Sanderson came in and finished it with 3 pretty good books, but they still were like, I'm not kidding, there's probably 1,000 characters. I got them all confused.
I struggle with like 5.
Yeah.
They also all hate each other.
Oh,
Oh.
I like that.
What?
It's like some Game of
So
Thrones
read
stuff.
the first
You're
one
really
and then be like, I'm
selling
good.
this.
If there's it's a really interesting story and a lot of things going on. I like it a lot.
I like
But
Cliff Notes.
all the men think women are undecipherable, and all the women think men are annoying, and all the women hate the other women. And there's like a few friends in the book, but not many. It's just they yell at each other a lot. So anyway,
Okay.
it's very
All right.
popular, and the TV show is. I would recommend watching the TV show.
Over
because
the- okay, I can do that.
There we go. All right,
Okay.
I'm back in.
Anyhow, Direwolf makes great games, so I'm very excited about this regardless. Just like I'm excited about the Invincible game, they showed us some more of that. But I was
Yes.
really excited by the next announcement, and that is their digital things.
These look great.
Direwolf Digital is one of, if not the best
Yes.
I agree.
digital implementation of board games.
When you say digital, are you talking like Steam or
They
apps?
make both apps for
Oh.
sometimes for like an iPad or whatever, but they come out with stuff on Steam. They come out with
That's great for what's happening.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I am.
Clank one looks really good.
Arc Nova, I'm really pumped
Arc
about that.
Nova, yes.
Cascadia is going to be great. Clank is going to be great. Even my little Everdell there, I really like that
Yeah.
game.
I feel like
Wildcats.
Cascadia would probably be my most played, just because I think that would be so
Light.
easily implemented
Oh,
and just
gosh,
like
that's
easy to
quick
get
game,
into.
too.
But Arc Nova, taking a big game like that, and it's kind of how I feel like when Spirit Island did the app. It's like to take that big and just be able to pull it down and not have the setup and clean up and all that. To streamline something that big into this, I'm excited about
And the Arc
Nova.
Nova looks nice. They had screenshots of it, and it looks really like immersive.
Really?
But of course, they do such a good job with all their
Yeah.
apps.
I don't think I've ever played one of their apps.
Oh, they're good.
What apps have they done?
Yeah, that's what I need to know.
They did Root.
They did Root, and I
Their
think they
implementation of Root
did.
is
I
amazing.
think they did Everdell.
Yeah, and then they did did they do the Raiders of the North Sea? Isn't that them too?
That might be them too.
Oh,
All I
okay,
know
I
is
do
if I
like
see
that
their
app.
name on the app, I'm like, this is going to be a good app.
I do like the Raiders
You know
one
what I mean?
a
Like the
lot.
way
Yeah.
they finalize an app is
I'm gonna play
great.
Arc Nova all the time as an app. I'm excited about that.
You gonna sell your copy?
No, I just played as an app. Also, there's one more that's not on this slide. Dune Imperium.
Oh,
Yeah, that one was good.
really?
Uprising.
Oh, did I skip that one? Was it? No, it wasn't this slide before. Okay. Last piece of news, and if you watch our channel, you already know this. The Dice Tower 16th Annual Gaming Awards were announced. And we did a live show at Gen Con, and we put it up on our channel, and all the different publishers showed up for it. It was very exciting all around. So
good
you
time.
can watch that. and Z hates me.
He does.
I video proof.
Did I hate you?
You said mean things
all
about me,
board.
made me cry
The all
on
board.
stage almost.
When did I do that?
Your skit with Leaf.
Oh, we have it
Oh
on
yeah, oh yeah. It was a skit, Tom. It wasn't real. They
wasn't
gave
a
me a
skit.
script.
He's just kidding. He
My
loves
tears
rubbing
were
your
also
feet.
not real.
It's his favorite.
All right, so that, folks, is the news.